Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the movie Royal Rumble. We are going to have movie characters only in this, and I already did the TV one. I'm doing the movie and the TV one on the same day, so hustling hard here. And I barely got enough people for this. You know, I could have put a lot more of horror characters, but I decided not to. I did put a few in, but I could have put more, but I kind of wanted to save that for later. And we are definitely going to have a great Rumble. If that guy stops talking, it would even be better. We can't hear his mic anyway. I've turned his mic off. So here we go. And it is going to be movies. And we are starting off with Derek Zoolander, Ben Stiller here. I have never seen Zoolander. I couldn't tell you anything about Zoolander. I have no idea what it's about. I know there's about 2 movies, and I think Will Ferrell's in them too, and I know Ben Stiller's in them. I couldn't tell you anything about those movies. They're like comedies, and that's about it. That's all I know. Don't even know what the plot is. I just saw him, and I was like, that's another person. That's another person on the list. And we'll see who he's going to be facing off with here. And it is Barf from Spaceballs, another movie I haven't seen. But I know it's kind of like a comedy making fun of like science fiction movies, I believe. So, Barf is here. Love that name, Barf. It's just such a great name. I don't know if they're trying to make fun of Chewbacca here or what they're doing. I've never seen the movie. I think John Candy plays him. I'm not 100% on that, though. But anyway, here we go. So yeah, I've already did a TV Rumble, and now I'm working on the movie Rumble. So I'm trying to get as much done as I can. Look at Barf here. Throws Zoolander on the mat. And, oh, man, Zoolander with a nice elimination there. Unexpected. And a good counter. And the IP Man is here. There's quite a few of those movies. There's probably about 5. Around 5. I've only seen the first movie. I like martial arts movies. But I just only have seen the first one. Of course, I love the scene. I highly recommend it if you're never going to watch the movie. Another nice counter by Zoolander. If you're never going to watch the movie, at least watch the video where he fights 10 black belts. Pretty awesome fight scene. Especially if you guys don't like subtitles, because it's a subtitled movie. There is a scene, at least I believe it's subtitled. There's a scene where he fights 10 black belts. And that's a pretty awesome scene. I mean, he starts doing, chest hits where it's almost like he's playing a drum or something. Pretty crazy. Willy Wonka's here. And number 5 is Cat in the Hat. Very terrible movie with Mike Myers. I don't think anybody likes that movie. Yeah, I don't like the movie. I'm not a big Mike Myers fan. I've never watched Austin Powers, but I don't like some of his other stuff. I like him in Shrek. But just not my cup of tea, I guess. John Wick is number 6. And I recently watched number 4, of course. I watched it on opening day. The first showing. Because you all know I'm a big John Wick fan, I used to think, Keanu Reeves was, he had a couple good movies that I liked, like The Matrix and Point Break, Speed. But John Wick is definitely the movie. It's one of my favorites. I would say that 1 and 2 are probably in my top 50. I don't know if they're in my top 20. But 1 and 2 are definitely in my top 50. One of them, number one, maybe in my top 20. I would have to look through the stuff. And John McClane is here. Speaking of great action movies, Die Hard 1, which, by the way, is a Christmas movie. Just want to put that out there. And I know what you're going to say. Well, Bruce Willis said it wasn't. Well, I don't care. The director said it is. So the director is in charge of the movie. I don't know how many times I got to tell you it's a Christmas movie. I'll be doing this when I'm 82 years old and still saying the same thing, doing my videos from the nursing home. So, no, I don't plan to do them that long. But yeah, John Wick is like, when it comes to American action movies, it's probably some of the best American action movies. There's other countries that do action better, but American action movie-wise, it's one of the best. I'd have to look up all the action movies made in America. Gaston is number 9. Gaston, my favorite. From Beauty and the Beast. I wanted to put actually more cartoons in this, but I decided not to. Because Willy Wonka, oh, come on, really? Eliminates John Wick, Willy Wonka does? Like, for real? I mean, John Wick has, within the first 3 movies, he kills over 300 people. But he just can't handle a man that is in control of the chocolate factory that's a recluse. So, come on. That was, and Zoolander's finished. He had a pretty good run, especially against the first one. He eliminated. That was pretty impressive. But. And a stunner there from John McClane. Yippee-ki-yay, IP man. And number 10 is Harry Potter. I need to go back and watch those. I got the whole set on Blu-ray. I've only seen them all once. I think I've seen the first one twice. Because I was trying to watch them all over again and stuff. Because I really like them. I enjoy them. I think The Prisoner of Azkaban's probably the best one. I like that one. A lot of people like that one. And the Deathly Hallows is really good too. And Half-Blood Prince is good. Order of the Phoenix is good. The Goblet of Fire is good. There's a lot of really good ones. I don't know which one's the worst. I need to watch them again. I really like them. Next time I go to, I want to go to Universal Studios again as well, and definitely want to visit Potterland or whatever they got going on Harry Potter wise. I definitely need to, go there again. I haven't been there since I was 8, and I still remember it. It was just Eric Draven's number 12. I know one of the subs always asks about Eric Draven. Well, there he is. We got him. Definitely had to have the Crow on here. I think the Crow was like a big inspiration for Sting, wasn't it? So, I feel like he's always going to be on here and always be available. I had trouble making this. There's not enough characters on here yet. We got Blade here. And the Crow already eliminated. Wow. So much for that. How in the world is the Cat in the Hat still in here? Oh my goodness. Get rid of this goofy guy. And Blade trying to eliminate John McClane there. And Michael Myers is number 13. So I did put some people from the horror genre in. But not a lot. I could have put a lot more in there. And Willy Wonka has been eliminated. But I'll save that for another day where we can have them all in one. Right now there's not a lot created, which was a big surprise. And 14 is a new face, the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz. We've never had this character on here before, and I was excited to put him on there. I'm not a big Wizard of Oz fan. When I was a kid growing up, the witch used to scare me to death, to the point where I would hide underneath the table. I mean, we're talking 5, 6 years old, but I mean, obviously I can watch anything now. But for some reason, I didn't like that. I also don't like some of the other characters in it. I like the Tin Man. I think he's pretty cool. But I always just was never a fan of that movie. And maybe it's because of, some of the, when I was a kid, it scared me. But there was a lot of weird things that scared me when I was a kid. And The Mask is number 15. There was a lot of weird things that scared me that just doesn't make sense now. Gene Simmons used to scare me when I was a kid. I just thought he had when he stuck his tongue out, I thought it was the scariest thing ever. And I'm trying to think of what else. I used to be scared of headless Barbie dolls. So, and Pennywise is here. Was never scared of clowns. Even though, and for a while there, until I was about probably 12 or something, I didn't like any sort of any decapitations in movies where the head would roll on the ground. If I got a close up of the head rolling, I had some issue for some reason with heads would scare me. Like if they were laying, now a skull wouldn't, but just a head laying on the ground. So Sleepy Hollow would kill me watching that movie. And I think I finally got over it about maybe when I was 16, but that used to really freak me out, as decapitations. Now I can watch any scary movie, but for some reason it wasn't the act, it was the whole head laying on the ground that would creep me out. And I had that issue when I was younger and stuff, but now once I got about probably 16, 15 or something around there, it didn't bother me at all. And the Cowardly Lion is already done because he's a coward. I don't like the character. I don't like that character either. And we got Ash from Evil Dead. But yeah, to talk about things that would scare me in movies, definitely the decapitation. So when it came to it, Nothing bothered me in it that should have bothered me, like the bathtub scene, like any scene with the clown. None of that would bother me. The head in the fridge bothered me. It's like, really? So that bothered me when I was a kid. The whole movie didn't bother me except for that one scene, which is just outrageous now, thinking about it, because there's so many scenes that are technically scary. And number 18 is Art the Clown, so obviously I could watch Terrifier now. And that would, like, but back in the day, like, yeah, like I said, stuff like Sleepy Hollow. Oh, and Cat in the Hat, another elimination. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. I'm sick and tired of seeing him. Get rid of him, please. And Jack Skeleton, I think is his name. Nightmare Before Christmas. Not a fan of musicals, so really, I think it's a cool vein, and you know, it's very nostalgic, very pop culture-ish, but I just never got into it. Tim Burton's hit or miss for me. Tim Burton is hit or miss for me, so. I think he's very creative. I think he's created some of the biggest things in pop culture with that style. Like oh man, Pennywise gets out of it. Look at John McClane. Yeah, choke him. And number 20 is Borat. And the first movie's all right, but I think Sacha Baron Cohen's, like, I won't watch some of his movies because he's just too disgusting. I mean, there's certain movies that you couldn't pay me to watch. Like, I will not watch The Brothers I forget what it's called. Grimsby or something like that. I won't watch that. I won't watch Bruno. I watched The Dictator. That one's alright, but I think there's Borat Part 2. I won't watch that either. Like, he kind of grosses me out to the point where I don't want to watch movies that he's in. So, he's a little too much for me. But I do like The Dictator. I do watch that. And that one's pretty funny. He's funny. I just think he's to the point where it's a little bit too much for me. And Neo is 21 from The Matrix. And Cat in the Hat finally eliminated. Thank you, John McClane. Thank you. Because I only like the books. I don't like, you know. And Gaston is going to eliminate Neo. He's been in here for a while. And Jack Skeleton's been eliminated by Art the Clown. And Pennywise eliminates Art the Clown. So, that Clown versus Clown. Pennywise got the best of him. My opinion, Art's more terrifying, he's more scarier, and he's better than Pennywise, but if we base It 1 and It 2 versus Terrifier 1 and 2. I don't know. I feel like the first It movie is better than It 1. But and we'll see who arrives next. We got Ghostface in here. And number 23 is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. 23. Look at him go. My goodness. He's just taking them. He's taking Gaston and Ghostface on at the same time. Wow. And number 24 is Golem. So I found a good Golem. And I thought I'd throw him in. We got Golem in the house. And John McClane may have gotten saved. Somebody hit him, I think. And instead, Gaston is in trouble now. And John McClane has been eliminated. Ghostface punched him. And look at Golem. That's a good face scan. Great face scan there. And Inspector Gadget's 25 from the movie. There was a movie with Matthew Broderick. And, yeah, so we got him here. I remember when that movie came out, the McDonald's had all these, like, toys. And you had to, like, collect them all. And I was obsessed with getting every piece of Inspector Gadget. It was one of the best toys McDonald's ever had. There's all kinds of, like, certain fast food toys that were better than others when I was a kid growing up. And that was probably one of the best ones because you had to get them all to put him together. And basically, I had every part except for the watch. The watch was the only... And I remember wanting to go to McDonald's that whole month to get all those pieces to Inspector Gadget. It's probably the closest I came to completing a... I mean, I would even say, get me 2 Happy Meals so I could get more pieces. And of course, I would get duplicates. But it was probably the... Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. But it was probably the closest I ever had been to getting every single piece of a figure. I had every piece, but I think there was a watch that he had, or something like that. Maybe it was a hat. Maybe someday I'll buy the thing, because I've definitely lost it. And Batman's here from the Robert Pattinson Batman. And Gaston has been eliminated. He lasted a really good while in this. And there goes Pennywise. Borat's going to join him. And look at Golem. I think he's biting Batman's arm. What a weirdo. Golem is just such a great character in Lord of the Rings. He's like one of my favorites. He's just, there's Smeagol and there's Golem, obviously. Smeagol's the good one. And Golem's the bad. Oh, and Inspector Gadget, man. He is not playing games. And look at the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Man, they're flying out of here. Ghostface eliminated. So we're going to get some new faces here. And number 27 is Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones coming in at 27. And look at Stay Puft just throwing him around. And Han Solo's 28. Han Solo at 28 here. Look at Inspector Gadget. So we got Han Solo and Indiana in the same ring again. Two Harrison Ford iconic characters. Probably definitely his best, characters that he's done. Look at, oh wow, Indiana. Going after Stay Puft. And Nacho Libre is 29. I'm not a fan of that movie. I just don't like it. And he might not be in here long. So we have one more until we get to 30, and we'll find out who that's going to be. But Harrison Ford has a good shot of winning this Rumble, being the fact that he's in it twice. And number 30 is the Cocaine Bear. And number 30. So that's a movie. Of course, they had to spell it like that. And it's not because they misspelled it. I'm sure it's because they wanted to avoid the asterisks of the sensitivity of 2K. All the sensitivity of 2K. So you got the Bear and you got Stay Puft. You got two juggernauts in here. And they can definitely cause some problems. I still haven't seen that movie. I've heard nothing but great things about it. But I was going to just wait until it started streaming. And it's about out of the theaters now. So it's just got a couple months till it comes out on streaming and stuff. So I was gonna just wait on that. But it looks funny. Definitely a crazy story. I don't know how true it is. I do know the bear, sniffed that stuff, but I don't know about all the kills. That's what I'm not for sure about. But I kind of don't want to look up the story because I don't want to know about it. Then I can just compare, because sometimes when you have these based on true events, especially true events, instead of based on a true story, it's even worse. But when you look up what actually happened after you watch the movie, sometimes it ruins a movie, because you want it to be, well, I wouldn't say you want it to be true, but it makes it more interesting if you believe it's true. Like, for example, The Conjuring 2 would be a good example. I looked up that movie of how real it was, and it was just, totally different than the actual story. And there goes Inspector Gadget. And look at the bear here, going after Nacho Libre. You got Indiana Jones firing. Oh, what a nice stunner. looks like the Bear's taking somebody out, I think. We're down to 5 people. No, 6 people, my bad. No, 5. I can't count. Goodness. 5. Oh my goodness, Batman with the big punch. Look at Batman here. Oh, what a spear on Stay Puft. And Indiana Jones, he's not afraid of the Bear. He's got him. Wow. Great elimination there by Indiana Jones. And Nacho Libre eliminates Batman. We are down to 3. Look at Nacho Libre. What a move. I've seen Nacho Libre once, and it's just like, I just didn't like it that good, I guess. A lot of people like the movie, though, and of course he's going to be on here because he's a wrestler. So we always have that movie and the wrestler movie as well. And look at Stay Puft here. Indiana Jones is going to be next, and we are down to 2. Uh-oh, Nacho Libre trying to creep on Stay Puft. We are down to 2. Only one of these 2 can win it. Who is it going to be? And look at Stay Puft lifting Nacho Libre. Easy elimination for him. Wow. And Stay Puft Marshmallow Man wins. I think he came in 22, 23 around there. Pretty impressive, but he's a super heavyweight. And he's not going to WrestleMania. I'm being mean today. I am. I know I'm being mean today. He's not going. And the only marshmallows that we're going to see at WrestleMania is roasted ones. So if he tries to go to WrestleMania, we will roast him. Okay? Because we only want roasted marshmallows at WrestleMania. We don't want you. Okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a really good Rumble overall. And I had a lot of fun with it. Thought it was a really well done. We had to bring some people back, though. We had to bring some people back because there's just a lack of movie characters. And I didn't want to stick all the scary ones in because I'm going to try to make my own there later down the road, but I couldn't do that either. So we're going to be on standby for a couple of these other themed Rumbles. Of course, we have the tournament. It's probably going to be going on soon. Or maybe going at the time that we're doing this. I'm doing this way ahead of time than usual. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. And Stay Puft Marshmallow Man wins. He did good. Started at 23. So I'll give him 23 or 22, 24 around there. So that's not bad. I thought that was good. But he is a super heavyweight. So he's not going to WrestleMania. I'll give him free parking. But once he's in the stands, we're roasting him, and we're having marshmallows at WrestleMania. That's what's going to happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you all later. Thank you all for dropping by, and we will have more Rumbles to come. See ya.